Hi, my name is Rudy Shepherd. Welcome to my studio. This is where the magic happens. I've been working in the studio for about 4 or 5 years, and I'm in Yonkers, New York. So the work I have is kind of a collection of work that different series I've been working on for the last 13 years. They include the Criminal Victim series, the Holy Mountain Project, and also drawings that have grown out of the Hero and Victim series, portraits of different artists, musicians that I've been inspired by, maybe people that have passed away in the last couple of years that I wanted to sort of memorialize and kind of hold up, pay tribute to. But the main piece of the work that you see on display in the gallery is images of Black people that have been killed by the police. This series has been an opportunity for me to talk about things that I've been concerned about for many years, and give me a voice, and also just an opportunity to kind of look at these people not just as names connected to stories in this sort of flattened out way, but a way of kind of giving, representing them to the world with more of their humanity intact, looking at them as people, thinking about who they were before all of these terrible things happened to them. This is a portrait I made the other day of John Lewis, who was a civil rights leader and a U.S. House of Representative since 1986 from Georgia, who passed away the other day. So this is an image that I made of Alice Coltrane. This is her here, jazz musician and spiritual leader. And this is actually an image of her with her congregation on the steps of her ashram that was in Northern California. And this is actually a painting of that ashram in Northern California. I'm a huge fan of Alice Coltrane. I look at her almost as like her and other artists her age as sort of like a model, like an inspiration for me. I'm just an artist right now making work, and it's changing slowly over time, but I'm always sort of looking to other people and how their art transforms over their lifetime and what it turns into, and so I just see her as like this great inspiration. I think what I try to do when I do those performances is to really just kind of open myself up to sort of be something different than I am, is maybe the best way I can answer that question. I think in the costume with the mask on, I think in particular, I feel like I'm sort of freed up from being me and sort of the expectations of that. And the mask that I wear, no one can see my eyes, I can't see theirs. And so I think there's something about being looked at or being watched that I kind of get free of. And so I try to I kind of, when I'm kind of preparing, putting on the costume and kind of getting ready to go out in front of people, I really try to all right, let go of me and kind of what's going on today and that crap, or just my own sort of inhibitions, and let's do this thing. This is your opportunity to just sort of cut loose and just be free and express yourself. So I try to really focus on really kind of pay attention to how I feel and what I might want to say at that moment, and just kind of focus on that, and not oh man, my mom's here, and the car's making a noise, or just kind of turn off all that everyday crap and really focus on what do I want to say, and that varies. I mean, sometimes it is kind of a riff off of what's going on in my life, the world's crazy or some political thing has happened. I want to kind of channel how I feel about that. I just don't want to be hindered by the minutia of everyday life. I want to really this is what I want to say. So it's really so whether I'm the healer or I'm playing a character, really I'm I guess it's more about me being the healer, because it's not about playing a character. The character thinks this and acts like this. It's really some weird, in a weird way, more some authentic version of myself. Well, I like screaming. I feel it's really cathartic, and a way for me to express myself very clearly. I don't know, that's something that like really, it's weird to say like resonates with me, but like I don't know, like it feels always like very genuine, you know? I guess in a lot of ways like I'm sort of like expressing how we all feel. I'm sort of like trying to express like sort of like that, just like if we could all just like weren't constrained by like sort of social dynamics, like what would we like be all just like fucking Trump, like the police brutality, you know, like that, but just like without words, just like the feeling, the noise, like making noise, making sound, like moving my body, like expressing it. So yeah.